Hey ladies, happy Halloween. I had promised to kind of do a recap of my first in-person party, and I thought a video was going to be easier because I can talk quicker than I can type. Okay, so first of all, I had 11 people total, including myself and the hostess. So 9 guests, and 8 of them have ordered, and the ninth person, I know she's going to order. We're actually really good friends. And she has a laundry list of stuff. She's just trying to either A, narrow it down, or B, she's an orthodontist, so she is trying to figure out which tee to get because she'd like to wear a tee and then use the joggers as scrubs and get her logo on the go-to pocket V. So we're kind of trying to work that out. So essentially that's everyone ordering, which is amazing. And this is a group of women from probably like early 30s up into probably mid 40s. All of them have kids at my kids' school, sorry. But they range anywhere from having kindergartners to 8th graders, and some have high schoolers as well. They just still maybe have a kid in middle school. Some of them I know, pretty well, but mostly through like PTO. We've served on that, or through school board activities, not really outside of that. So these are not like my besties who feel a loyalty that they need to order, okay? Except for one of them. And she was actually really great. It's her natural personality. She would do this for anybody, but she kind of jumped in and got things started with like being the first one to enter to win a bomber bra, and she tried on some clothes and stuff. She's A, not shy, and B, she's really good friends with the hostess. So that really worked out. My hostess was amazing. First of all, she is a single mom of 2, and she has her own like craft business. She makes lamps and decor out of bourbon bottles. So we're from Kentucky, so bourbon is huge. I've actually bought a couple things from her in the past, and she paints bourbon bottles. If you guys saw my Halloween tour in my VIP section, my VIP group, she paints like a Frankenstein, a turkey, a Santa, a Grinch, and puts lights in them. And so I set them on my bar and it lights up the bar. So, really cool. Sorry. As you guys can see, eyeliner is not my friend. I have used makeup remover about 15 times. We had extended family photos yesterday, and this is like why I don't wear makeup, because it stays on and looks hideous forever. But anyways, okay, so everybody has ordered. It is like a $1,500 party. I don't think it'll get to the 2,000 mark because we have one more order to go in. But it was pretty amazing. We did get a masseuse, and she did chair massages. Her rate was $70 an hour. She stayed for over 2 hours, but she only charged me for the 2 because she said, listen, I was here early setting up, but I didn't even get started until a half an hour into the party. And I'm also using her for a huge in-person party that already has about 35 to 40 people RSVP'd here in 2 weeks at my neighbor's house. That part was amazing because it was a Thursday night, and we're all moms, and we all have 2 to 4 kids, and just to kind of give that 10-minute release of tension was awesome. The way we had it set up is, so she has like a really cute like 2-bedroom kind of Tudor home. So you walk in the front, and like the front door, and there goes her staircase, and then this is like her living room. So we put the table up against like the stair, the wall that would make the staircase. And I just sent you guys pictures of the table. And then we put my rack like in the middle, kind of up against another wall. And that's where the center was for people to like sit and gather. So the couches, the chairs. And then if you go in, it's like her little dining room. And that's where we had the masseuse set up. And then right off that is the kitchen. And she did a really cute like crockpot taco bar. I'll send a picture of that with this video. And then wine, and White Claws and beer and bourbon. So you kind of like, you went in, you got your plate, you got your drink, you came in. I did a little like 10-minute spiel. I just kind of did a brief overview of how I got into Zaya, how it's really been a creative outlet for me, and how this was my first in-person party. And I was so thankful to Emily for allowing me to kind of gather, and appreciated them coming out on a Thursday night and just spending their evening with me. And then Emily kind of jumped in and said how honored she was for that I asked her to be my first in-person party, and that, empowering women and supporting women is like such, an important part of her life, and how great, they are. It was super low key. They're really low key, amazing women. And so that took a lot of pressure off of me. I felt very comfortable. I highlighted our bomber bra because for me personally, I'm not very blessed in the chest. And so that allowed me to really talk openly and honestly about, hey, after kids, I have no boobs, and this makes me feel comfortable and confident wearing a sports bra and not feel flat chested. So I was able to speak, from my personal experience. So I highlighted the bomber bra. I was wearing, I'll go back to what I was wearing. I highlighted the black Lighten tights. And then, I'm trying to think of what else I really highlighted. The Brilliance. So people were asking questions. I was passing the sizing guide around as I was doing that so they could kind of look at that. What I wore was my grid bra, my black grid bra, my white and gold Havana tank, and then I wore the Cranberry Lounge boyfriend sweats. So I felt like I could show, like the cranberry sweats and how they could be dressed up and beat and out, right? Like how you could wear them out to an actual event, not just as pajamas or around your house, because then that makes it more versatile and functional. The Havana tank is one of my favorites, and I think the price point is absolutely fabulous. Also wanted to show, look, this is a workout tank and it's also a wear out tank. So again, multifunctional. And then I think that the grid bra is really fun to wear, especially for our age. Like it's hard to kind of feel sexy and flirty and fun, but hey, listen, this is like kind of a fun way. So I kind of talked about my outfit for just a minute. And then I did highlight joggers. Sorry, I just went over like here are the 3 pairs of joggers and types that I have. And these are really great. And then of course I had my outerwear, I had my tees and tanks, and then I just kind of opened it up. I said, listen, please feel free to try anything on. Anything with tags is inventory that I've had at the tennis shop. So feel free to, if you see something that you want in your size, you can just Venmo me for that. Otherwise, here's an order form. You can start filling it out. I made it really casual in terms of you can fill this order form out and ask me any questions, and you can put your credit card info in and we can do it right now, or you can use this as a brainstorming and here's the link, go on your phone. So I didn't have my laptop because I don't actually have a laptop. My husband does. I have this bad boy, the old desktop here. So I do a lot of stuff on my phone. When I have this bigger party, my mom will be there with me and I'm going to use her laptop because she has a new fancy one. So I just texted the link to everybody. Some people chose to go right on there and link and do it. Some people wrote out their list and said, here, can you fill it out for me? And I said, yep. And I'll Venmo you, or I'll tell you what to Venmo me. And I did that and that worked. Some people put their credit card info. I didn't want to make it feel uncomfortable for people. Some people don't want to put their credit card info. Other people, they don't care. I have a shredder. So it just really depends on what the people's preference is. But if you can get, if you're comfortable doing the orders that night for them and then just texting them and say, hey, Venmo me. I had no problems. Everybody Venmo'd me as soon as I sent them the text. So no worries there. And I think that's because those people will see me. We had Halloween parties the very next day at school. A lot of them are room moms. And then we had a trunk or treat event at school. So they're going to see me the next day. They don't want to be like, oh my gosh, I owe you money. This is awkward, I'm trying to think of what else. I wish I had a second rack because I didn't realize how many clothes I had. I did not hang up. I only did a couple different Havana tanks, and I actually have some with tags on them from the country club where I've been selling skirts and tanks. So I didn't really need to pack my own. That was I didn't even think about that. And I didn't put any shorts out because it was actually chilly here. I did do the outerwear, even jackets that they can't find anymore, just to kind of show the quality and say, hey, we offer these too. I didn't bring any men's or kids stuff because it was women only, and that was kind of our go-to. For this other party that I'm doing in November that's closer to Christmas, it's November 10th, so mid-November, I am going to bring my kids' lines and put a separate table and put that out on that. I'm just going to get a basic black tablecloth and put some stuff there and maybe put my bras. And I'm going to order a second rack because I didn't want people to feel like you can't go through it, but there was just a lot. So if I can kind of separate it and just have maybe tops and outerwear on one and then leggings and jeans on another, joggers on another, and maybe skirts, then I think it just allows for people to see it a little bit easier in their eye than having to flip through the racks. So those are the biggest takeaways. Jess, you had asked how did I get the invitation out? So I had a hostess, so I made up an Evite, and we kind of did it just as like it was actually a witches night out. I'll send you kind of what we put in there if I haven't already. And I invited her, and then she was able to go and invite other people. She probably invited 35 people. I think October 28th, the Thursday night before Halloween, it can be like hit or miss. But like I said, I mean, it was a $1,500 party with probably a couple more hundred coming in with 9 women. I mean, that's pretty awesome. And we were together. It was 2.5 hours of my time. The night before, I kind of got everything together. So I can actually show you guys. I'll do a separate video and show you all the things I put together. Okay, because this video is getting long. All right, so I'm going to do that now. So enjoy this video, and I'll be back with another.